Hi Brian, I know in the past you've made videos showing us your extensive pen collection. You've mentioned that your main reason for getting into fountain pens was to be able to experiment with different inks. I'm curious as to what your ink collection might look like and how you organize your ink. Well, I'm going to both wow you and disappoint you with this because while I have an impressive ink collection, it is not impressively organized, much like many aspects of my life because I'm not a super organized person. It takes concerted effort for me to organize things. However, I do have some ink bottles that I think you would be interested to see. So I'm going to go ahead and show you some of those. Move my pens because I'm going to need to make some room. Actually, I'm going to slide back my computer here even, get that out of the way. So in terms of how I have my ink organized, the ink that I use like on a fairly regular basis is down here in this drawer. And I have 30 bottles of ink or so. And I'm realizing now it's going to take me a minute to get all these out. So I will maybe not get all of them out. Maybe if I can talk at the same time. So some of these I've got various Iroshizuku, Edelstein. I got Omas Purple there, which now is discontinued. I should probably move that into my discontinued set. Little bottles here and there that I'll end up using for various things. Got all kinds of Noodlers, 54th, black, which I use for Nibnook stuff. Blue, one of my favorites, Liberty's Elysium, of course. I've got various other ones like Bad Blue Heron, Apache Sunset, Purple Heart, some of the ones that I talk about here and there. Got some 1670, some Stormy Gray, Rouge Hematite, Diamond Wild Strawberry. Here come some of the Iroshizukus, a bunch of these. Many of you are probably drooling right now. This desk is getting out of control. Lexington Gray, Lamy Blue. A couple more diamonds. What I've got here? Marine, of course. Oxblood, Red Dragon, absolutely. Emerald of Chivor, of course. A couple of Viscontis, Visconti Blue, which I live, and Bordeaux. Oh, sorry, Burgundy, yeah. Waterman. Got Diplomat. Picked that up recently. Got a little Stephen Brown there. A little shout out to you, Stephen. Had a customer send that to me actually. Diamond Blue Velvet, one of my favorites. Faber-Castell. A couple more. Aurora Black, Lamy Turquoise, and Hypnotic Turquoise. So that's kind of what I have just available at the ready in my drawer. And now I'm realizing I've filled up my desk completely. And it's going to get really unruly here in a minute, guys. So bear with me and gals. So these are kind of the inks I have at the ready in my desk drawer. I think I have an ink problem, is what I'm realizing right now. I have some samples. Got a couple of bins of these samples here, but they're not as impressive as some of the other things I'm going to show, so I won't focus on too much. Most of the other things I have like old limited edition bottles of ink, which I have labeled and kind of stored away. So I have some oldies but goodies here. I got a bottle of the old school Noodler's Blue Upon the Plains of Abraham. Got some of the original shipment of J. Bond's 1670 Rouge Hematites. I have a Pelican Blue Black, which was discontinued in the US a number of years ago. Grabbed a bottle of that. I have a Gate City Everflow ink, which I carried for a hot minute. This was Richard Binder's ink that he came out with years ago. Got another Noodlers. This is Prime of the Commons. Got some old 41 Brown, some different like variations. I'll usually hang on to stuff. If there's like variations of things, like the reformulation of Noodler's Army Green, which if you remember way back when, I have that. So I'll usually try to hang on to like interesting things. What else have I got? I've got all of the Noodler's Russian and UK inks that we carried back in the day, like Kuperin, Tchaikovsky, Rachmaninoff, Dostoevsky, Pasternak, Essenen, various Black Swan and Australian Roses versions that have come out over the years. What else have I got here? Miscellaneous bottled ink. Let's check this out. We're going to go on a journey together, folks. All right, let's see here. I have a partial bottle of the old Parker Penman Sapphire, which you're probably drooling about if you like that. I have some Scribal Workshop inks, one of each of their original colors. That was a brand that is no longer made that we used to carry. I have all of those. I also have one of each of the old Caran d'Ache Colors of the Earth inks in the old 30 ml bottles, which are really cool, and I'm sad that they're gone, but I snuck one of those. I also have one of each of the colors of the Sailor Gentle line that used to be out. So like Sky High and, you know, like Blue Black and the Nanos and stuff. And then I've got gosh, I'm rusty on the names of them now because they don't actually say them on the box, but I've got all those original colors back when we used to be Sailor, retailers. So those are really kind of fun and interesting. Some old discontinued stuff. That's what all these bins are, is like old stuff. Then some things that I don't, so like older stuff. I got a couple of things like products we don't carry, like I got a Mont Blanc Midnight Blue and Red Chalk, some special stuff there. I've got some old like Private Reserve Invincible Blue and Invincible Black from back in the day. Tangerine Dream, some like samples of certain colors. So like the Tangerine Dream Hot Bubblegum and Candy Apple Red, those were special test inks that they sent us that they never actually rolled out. But we tested them, and I kept them as an Organic Studio set here, which is kind of interesting, that I hung on to before we stopped carrying them. And then I got a Mont Blanc Dandy Turquoise. An old bottle. This right here is Diamond China Blue in the old gold box. This is perhaps the most special of all. This was the first bottle of ink that I ever purchased and ever used. So, very important bottle to me right there. I have this here. This is a bottle that's a sample. If you remember from back in the day, Liberty's Elysium, if you look back when we first came out with it, it was questioned as to the legitimacy of its bulletproofness. So I had Nathan reformulate a more bulletproof version of it. This one bottle is the reformulated version, which essentially writes close to the Noodler's Upper Ganges Blue. But that's kind of what it ends up looking like. But that's that bottle right there, never been available for sale. Got an original bottle with no glitter in it, the Jeroboam Blue Ocean. I have some old bottles of Omos Blue back when it was really, really dark blue. I have a bottle of, this is the Rower and Klingner special edition they came out with, the Blue Black, which is numbered. And this is actually numbered 0 out of 1,000. So that was kind of cool with the special flip top box. That was really hot. They came out with for like 10 minutes back a while ago. I have a couple other bottles of 1670, just like in the packaging because I'm a hoarder. I have my bottle of Pilot Blue, which is Namiki Blue. But this is the bottle that comes in the custom 823 packaging. Just a bottle of Pelican Royal Blue, it's nothing too special. This is funny. So I had some bottles of Boeing Sky Blue and Porsche. I don't even know the color of that. These were test bottles that we never had for sale, and Coca-Cola as well. I'm not sure if these trademarks were officially nailed down, so at least in the US. So because we buy these from Diatramentis over in Germany, I'm not sure that we have the rights to be able to use these. So we never sold them, but we got samples of them. So this Sky Blue is scented to smell like jet fuel. This one is scented to smell like gasoline, and this Coca-Cola is scented to smell like Coca-Cola. So kind of fun and interesting there, but kind of special one-offs. Got some other Noodlers hanging, some other just, various packages of samples and whatnot. And then I have one more box. Bear with me. I'm really running out of room here. I haven't really pulled all of it out at one time like this. So this is actually kind of fun for me. So I'm doing that for myself as much as anybody. I got a Mont Blanc Tolstoy. I have some of the Ink of the Year Edelsteins. Got tourmaline, amber, and amethyst here. I've got some Lamy limited stuff, the neon with the cartridges, the orange, of course. So yes, I have 2 bottles of that. I have a bottle of Ackerman. Which one is it? The purple, I forget what it is. Vulpen inked. Oh no, Wuhrt Violet. It's okay. I have one of every Levenger ink because I don't get asked about them much these days, but I used to get asked them about a ton. So I bought one of each just so I could have a point of reference there. And then I have a box of the Diamine Flower set, the entire set. So that's kind of cool. Let me, whoops. If I open that up, we haven't sold them individually. They've only been in sets. So yeah, still got it in the original packaging and everything. So usually when there's special edition inks and stuff that come out, my team knows that I'm a hoarder and I want to have all of the things. So they know to set aside for me, and that way I can hang on to it and pull it out for cool videos like this, right? Because that is the reason why I need to have it, not because I have a problem. And then what is this? This is also another, the music set, Diamine music set as well. So both limited Diamine sets they've had there. Wow, I am realizing I have an ink problem right now, folks. So thanks for pointing that out and getting it on video that I have a true problem with all my inks. It's not really a problem, I guess, unless it's causing me issues. Maybe Rachel will look at this and be like, wow, Brian, you seriously got to get this under control. But you know, it's okay. When you're a pen fanatic, you somehow justify all these things in your mind, right? I'd like to see if I can leave these here if that's cool, because I don't want to spend the next 20 minutes putting all these away, at least while the video is still going. So I'm just going to go ahead and scroll on through, and we will make a little room for my laptop here, and you'll just get to stare at all these inks while I continue to talk.